Now to some top headlines that we are following for you this morning. Within the last few hours, we've learned that legendary Atlanta radio personality Wanda Smith passed away. Now, the station that Smith most recently worked for, V103 Atlanta, announced her death on social media last night.
Not planning the victim. I'm not saying that I didn't, but I think at some point I was expecting, all right, y'all, enough of that. You know, because both of us were like kids.
That way, you can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm never going to say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line I got to call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homosexual fan base.
Never forget when this female host tried to roast Katt Williams and instantly regretted it.
And help me get to the salon. Your hair is kind of...
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
That's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers.
Come here.
While you on air,
come
so
on.
they can hear you live.
Come on, stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay?
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
Katt Williams and Wanda Smith, two comedic forces, each with their own loyal following, once shared a moment that would not only shake the internet but alter the course of both of their careers forever. Atlanta radio personality Wanda Smith, known for her long-standing work on V103's Frank and Wanda in the Morning, passed away just one day after celebrating her birthday. And now, as fans mourn the shocking and sudden passing of Wanda Smith, many are revisiting the feud that once defined her in the public eye, remembering the fiery clash that turned viral overnight and eventually led to the unraveling of her time in the spotlight. It all went down during what was supposed to be a lighthearted radio interview. But things quickly turned hostile around the 13-minute mark. Katt, never one to bite his tongue, jabbed at Wanda's interviewing style. Wanda, in return, took a dig at his hairstyle, claiming he had a played-out perm. And from that point forward, all hell broke loose.
I'm over here watching this bro, and y'all wouldn't believe what Wanda said. She basically goes on there and say Katt Williams just cut into her basically for no reason. And he ain't even cut into her, he slightly cut into her with a little comedy because she was trying to be funny. And he was more funnier.
Red Grant! How many kids you got, Wanda?
I have 3 boys.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Aren't boys simple?
Hmm?
Aren't boys simple?
They can be. They can be. Yeah.
Wanda knows she
I'm what?
She didn't do as much cooking in the latter years as she did in the beginning.
Whatever. I cook. I do it all.
I didn't say that you
Well,
didn't.
that's all right. I did it in the beginning and the middle and the end.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Your boys, yeah.
They like for me to I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey,
And they
right now,
love-
look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli, and tell me does it say heat up water?
Shut up.
That's the only step in broccoli. Heat up water.
Whatever.
Have you ever heard of burned broccoli? Can you
whatever,
burn
hater.
broccoli? You
Whatever,
can't burn
hater.
it because it's made in a pot of
You
water.
don't know nothing about.
You know what her
Shut up.
second meal they love from it? What I do with corn.
Oh,
I
whatever.
like to dig it out that can
What?
and I put it in there. And then I get a can of water and I put it on there. And then I get some Zatarain's. They don't expect that. I sprinkle
I
Zatarain's on
am
my
a great
corn.
cook.
Yes,
Whatever.
ma'am. You good
Whatever.
at heating stuff up.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am, and getting out to tell you. But I'm going to tell you at an arena named Phillips, and you going to tell me at the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
That's right. True.
Tomorrow, be there.
All right.
Red Grant show, I know
Red
I'll
Grant.
be there. Don't miss it.
Red Grant, Katt Williams, thank
Y'all
y'all
too.
for coming through, man.
Yes.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in.
I see why people come to Wanda's show.
Yeah.
Because Frank Ski puts it down.
That's right. Get on out of here with your crazy.
Is he crazy?
And help me get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station V103. Your hair is kind of...
That joint was.
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't.
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled
Well,
fingers
come here. Come here.
while you on air,
come
so
on.
they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay?
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
Are you all right this morning? Are you okay this
Red
morning?
Grant, Atlanta Comedy.
Tell Wanda to take off them headphones and that wig.
And make sure.
That wig and that headphones
and
come
take
together.
off them old clothes you got on. How about that? Yeah, they're old.
Versace, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It
She
says
said,
Versace.
I want to apologize to the people at Versace Collection. This is your 2019 summer line that hasn't come out.
But you had to open it up and show us it was Versace. I wanted to.
No, I didn't have to open it up. These people are on radio. They can't see anything.
Yeah, but you opened it up so we could see it.
Yes,
We see
ma'am.
it. Well, happy
happy whatever
for you.
stories for the Black Lane Bryant.
That's right. That's right. Very proud.
Okay, let's
Very
play some
proud.
music real quick if we can. We going to a break real quick?
Very
All right, cool.
proud.
We go to a break.
Shout outs to Forever 21
Yeah.
Necklace Collection.
That's right. Shout out.
They don't
to
remember
you.
me for wilding out, right? I'm not the right one to Jones on.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me that.
Whatever, little mama.
If your cholesterol is 600,
Whatever, little mama.
I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy.
No, you little mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
And what
girl.
are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
No, that's okay.
You big on the radio.
That's right. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
yes,
big in
ma'am.
prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it
yeah.
off. Prison
Okay.
and jail aren't the same. No.
Okay,
No.
okay. Calm
No.
down, calm down.
Only one of us has
Calm
$12 worth
down.
of jewelry on.
Oh,
No.
No, $12.
No. That all is available.
$12,
If you want to have Wanda's jewelry, please go to Sit Go or Quick Trip at any point. If you buy 2 packs of Newport 100s, they will give you everything Wanda has on right now for $7.99, and it comes with a free car wash. Won't you come on down?
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
The show starts at 9. Wanda gets to the stage at 9:17. Please come on down.
Go, Shay, please come get Miss Katt and do her hair.
She's almost out of breath. Be careful now. Even on the radio, you can hear the fact that exercise has crept into her vocabulary.
Hurry up, little mama. We're done.
You already used that one. Don't repeat your jokes, Fresh Comic.
Go ahead. We'll go to break.
Co-host Frank Ski tried to intervene and cut to commercial, but the damage had already been done. The video clip exploded across the internet, drawing millions of views and thrusting Wanda into a new level of notoriety, but not the kind she had hoped for. In a later segment, Wanda attempted to set the record straight. She claimed the blame rested on Frank for not stopping the roast sooner and criticized the radio station for posting the video without her consent. But her explanation was riddled with contradictions and loopholes, leading to more questions than answers.
Oh, to be honest with you, when I found out Katt Williams was coming, I got excited. Okay, I know many people think, well, you know who Katt Williams is. You know, Katt Williams and I have never officially really met. Like, we don't know each other, like, as in friend, comics. We've never worked on a tour together. We've never worked together. So this was really a big deal for me to have him come in. I was excited to really have him in this studio, to be honest with you. And I felt like as he started to talk in the beginning, he had an agenda, like to attack me.
You're a victim.
There we go. And I just felt the tension, like, every time I would ask him something or say something, it was like he kind of came for me.
No, he didn't.
I'm not that kind of comedian. Like, I don't go tit for tat. I don't, that's not what I do.
But that's what you did.
Because of the respect that I have for him, when he started coming at me, it kind of threw me off.
What?
So, I didn't know how to retaliate or how to come back because that's not how I wanted to talk to him.
Are you sure about
I didn't want to
that?
talk to him like that. I didn't want to go back and forth with him because of the respect. So when it kept going on and on and on, as a person that has integrity, I had to say something back, and I didn't want to because my focus, Frank, in Atlanta was because God had just blessed me with this folder right here to go to the Nicholas house when I got off air, was to go help these homeless women. So my mind wasn't on being disrespectful and in a bad place. I just wasn't in a bad place. So I did not want to go back and forth with Katt Williams like that. That bothered me so bad. that really bothered me. So that's why I never said, people like, why you didn't go back? Because I know my mouth. I could have said some really ugly, foul things, but I didn't want to talk to him like that. I did not. It was a respect thing.
Is that what you call respect?
I've done a lot of things in my life. I'm not perfect.
Really?
Mistakes spread it so fast. I help people here in Atlanta all the time, from helping the homeless people to helping kids get
Is she
food,
reading
clothes, to helping single moms get things for their kids.
And so?
Keeping kids in school. And none of that stuff ever went viral.
Whose fault is that?
Me and a brother get into something, it's huge.
You did that.
That was so hurtful. But I'm just not a person to down other people.
Really?
I wanted to praise Tiffany Haddish because of her success. Yeah, it may have been short-lived. A lot of us didn't know who she was. I went back to the movie theater 3 times. That's how much I enjoyed that film, bringing women together. You know what I mean? Like, that made me happy to see her move forward.
But you were happy to divide black men and almost get one killed.
I'm happy for them. I'm not jealous, and I'm not mad about nobody's climbing up the ladder. I'm happy for anybody that's doing well. Even Katt Williams. I'm proud that he could sell out the Phillips Arena. You a black man doing great things. I'm happy for you. Matter of fact, Lamorris and I went to his last show, the last show he just had here. So I had no ill will. I don't know why that went to the left. And
You don't know?
Felt like, I spoke with the spiritual lady on Thursday, and she said, you're getting ready to do so many big things, Wanda. And I had just gotten this deal. My boss, I was having a hard time trying to get into these homeless shelters to help these women.
Stop deflecting.
And as soon as I got the go on, you got it, this place called the Nicholas House want to give you you can do whatever you want to do. She called me and said, you get ready for spiritual warfare.
This is so ridiculous.
You get ready because you're climbing up the ladder. You're getting ready to do God's work. Hate is going to be coming from so many places.
You're a victim.
How did you feel when you started seeing all the stuff online?
I'm like this, Frank. I am, and I hate to say it like this, but I'm from Miami, Florida. My heart is different.
Obviously.
Person that I've seen so many bad things in my life. It didn't bother me.
So why are we here?
It doesn't faze me that you feel that way about me, because my father taught me how to be strong. You have integrity. You have pride. You got to be prideful. And I also thought about how they did Jesus Christ.
What?
They threw stones. They spit on him. They did all of those things, but he never stopped caring for us. And that's how I am. Knew when I got off the air, I had to go to Nicholas' house to go speak with these women. And after all of that, I got in the car and I still went over there and I still spoke to those women. They had no idea what I just went through.
Correction. No idea what you did.
All of that. So just looking at all the stuff online, I've been getting hits from hometown people I hadn't talked to in years. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing to me how something so negative could be so big.
Then came the real chaos. Outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater, things took a darker turn. Wanda's husband, Lamorris Sellers, allegedly pulled a gun on Katt Williams following a live comedy event. Police were called, and the incident sparked an even bigger controversy. Katt, outraged, claimed that Wanda had been targeting him intentionally in an effort to ruin his career and paint him in a negative light, particularly in front of the LGBTQ+ community, which has long been part of Katt's core audience.
This is the exclusive security video from the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Gwinnett County. You can see Wanda Smith and her husband by the front door. Watch as Katt Williams approaches. Words are exchanged, but no gun is put in Williams' face. But for some reason, Katt Williams runs away.
If you want to have Wanda's jewelry, please go to Sit-Go or Quick Trip at any point.
Here's the exchange between Wanda Smith and Katt Williams that led to the confrontation.
You big on the radio.
That's right. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
Yes,
big in
ma'am.
prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it
yeah.
off. Prison and jail aren't the same.
Now back to the video. When police arrived, Lamorris Sellers told police he had a gun and it was in the waistband of his pants, but that he never put it in Williams' face. But now watch the video again. Remember, Smith told police he had a gun in his waistband. Watch here. He seems to raise his shirt up as if to show something.
Yeah, look at that. waiting for?
It's been a big week, Katt.
It's been a big week for you.
Is that thing heavy or what? Yeah. Hey, so you and Tiffany squashed it out there? Y'all are cool? Hey, did the husband really pull a gun on you, Katt?
That's what I was wondering, because I feel like you wouldn't allow that kind of thing to happen.
What supermarket was it, bro? What aisle did you run in? Is that true? You all right, though? No comment?
Hit him with that Emmy. Pop him in the head with the Emmy.
Let me see if I got this right. You're saying that if somebody pulls a gun, they're gonna not shoot you because you did what?
I don't know. If somebody pulls a gun, I'm getting the hell out.
Yeah.
Why aren't they shooting when you get the hell out?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Okay, that did happen. Is that the first time that's ever happened?
What you're talking about? I'm just simply saying, if somebody did pull out a gun, what would you do that for? I'm saying if it's not to shoot somebody, what is it?
I'm maybe to put on some kind of show. They trying to scare you, I suppose. No. Do you scare easy?
Yes.
We're really happy for you that regardless if nothing happened with the gun that you won an Emmy.
What gun?
The gun apparently that did not materialize.
I assure you, if there was a gun, then there would have been charges and police and jail and all type of things, right?
So that's
yeah.
So there could be no gun, right?
Oh yes, there very much could be no gun.
There could be no gun. Atlanta is a heavily LGBTQ plus positive city, and the fact that you having a heavy gay fan base degrade me, a heterosexual, by making it seem like I'm gay. Gay people don't feel that way about me. Why would you? The terrible thing that she found herself in, and comedically, you're outmatched. My defense is impenetrable. My offense will have the precise amount of viciousness that's necessary. If that means no cussing, that's fine. I don't want to talk to you and hurt heavy-set women's feelings or dark-skinned women's feelings or women who wear wigs feelings. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm bantering with you. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm never going to say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line I gotta call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homo fan base.
Comedian Red Grant, who was famous at the time for his witty humor, sided with Katt. He stated that Wanda invited the smoke, and the backlash was the natural result of provoking a comic of Katt's caliber. The internet, meanwhile, went wild. Memes, remixes, think pieces. It was a media firestorm. And even today, the clip resurfaces on timelines like clockwork, reminding everyone of that one explosive morning radio interview.
And being the intelligent individual of comedy that Katt is, he gonna tear your up.
I wanna kind of touch on the Wanda roast situation. You were definitely, like the rest of us, laughing. How did that even happen? How did it even begin?
I was more than laughing. I was in the middle of it.
Okay.
You know, it was my interview. It wasn't Katt's interview. He wasn't even trying to go on the radio. He explained that to Wanda that morning, that he didn't want to get on the on radio. She kind of kept asking him to be on on a show. But it really started 5 that morning when he woke me up that morning, because I was standing at his mansion, and he was like, "Red, in his beautiful Katt Williams way, it's about time to get up, Red. It's 5 a.m. I'm gonna be your Uber driver." I was like, "All right." So I get up and we proceeded to go to the radio, and it was just a weird energy when Wanda came in the room. Wanda's a good person, so, I don't ever want to dog her. I just think that at that time, I don't know what she was going through. But she gave me love, but she wouldn't give Katt love. She kind of it was weird. she won.
Like, did they know each other prior?
I'm pretty sure they knew each other, yes. I mean, I'm pretty sure they did, you know, in some form. We all in the comedy business, so we all know each other's name or energy. And, you know, to me, and this is just my spirit, and if you know me in my spirit, I don't get into us being mean to one another. But I also feel like if you're gonna bring a person like Katt Williams on through my interview, at least ask them questions like, and say congratulations for winning an Emmy for Atlanta. That would be my first thing I would have said to Mr. Williams. You know, it's not many of us who have Emmy awards. Not just nominated for an Emmy, he had just been announced a winner of the Emmy Award. You know, that was never mentioned. You know, it was more nitpicking at situations. And when you nitpick with a monster, you might get bit. You know, you just got.
At what moment do you think it, like, in that conversation that, like, what moment do you think it got real? It stopped?
I think it got real when Frank was trying to do a professional interview, trying to ask me about my special and a special that Katt Williams was going to direct. And, you know, people saying things, you know, little smart things, you know, out their mouth. And I knew once Katt started in, knowing the person that I know, knowing my friend, it's almost like he know me. If you go in on me, once I start, he can't stop me, you can't stop me, I can't even stop me. It was over. It was incredibly, and being the intelligent individual of comedy that Katt is, he gonna tear your up.
But now, with Wanda Smith gone, the laughter has turned into mourning. She reportedly struggled with a medical condition for years, choosing to keep it quiet while continuing to work and support the Atlanta community. Her death, just a day after her birthday, has sent shockwaves through her fan base and fellow comedians alike. The same video that once marked her career's downturn is now being viewed through a different lens, not as the downfall of a personality, but as a reminder of how unpredictable and fragile life truly is.
Well, one of Atlanta's most well-known radio personalities has died. Wanda Smith was a staple on V103 for years, talking with Atlanta celebrities and hosting fundraisers wherever there was a need in the community. Fox 5's Andrew Proctor sat down with Wanda's radio co-host Frank Ski to talk about her amazing life.
Frank Ski says Wanda Smith wore a whole lot of hats here in Metro Atlanta. She was a radio personality, a comedian, a mother, but perhaps her most notable contribution was that of giver.
We love you.
Thank you, I love y'all.
She was the hilarious sidekick and work wife of Atlanta radio legend Frank Ski, but 58-year-old comedian Wanda Smith forged an identity of her own. Ski says even he was stunned when he got the news.
It hit me pretty bad. I had heard that she wasn't doing well. She was a very private person, and I never expected that. I never expected that. It was tough.
Frank and Wanda had a different type of job. They rubbed shoulders with all of the celebrities. They traveled the world together, Dubai, China, South Africa, and spent more time together than apart.
While we were on the air, it was almost like a husband and wife thing. You know, it was almost like a husband and wife. Like, she was my real, for real, at work wife. I mean, she looked out for me like that. Our families were close like that. We knew everything about each other like that. We just lived in two different houses.
Smith was part of the award-winning Frank and Wanda show on monster station V103 for more than a decade. But he says she will be remembered most for her huge heart.
She will go down in the history of Atlanta as one of the biggest givers the city has ever seen. I don't know another woman outside of Elizabeth Omalami that has given more than Wanda. She really was engaged in the situation and knew what they really needed. And sometimes it wasn't money.
Ski would not comment on Smith's cause of death. He says she wanted to keep that private.
She was so private that myself, Ricky Smiley, and others wanted to do a fundraiser for her. And she shut it down. She would not let us do it.
With this illness recently this year?
Yeah.
Wow.
She didn't want people to know.
Wanda was still living here in Atlanta. She is survived by her 2 sons and her grandchildren.
It's my birthday. We gon' party like it's my birthday. Sip a Cardi like it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Uh-oh. Hey, 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 it's my birthday. It's my birthday. We about to eat some juicy. Hey everybody, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. We gon' party like it's my birthday. Sip a Cardi like it's my birthday. Hey. Hey. Excuse me. They got me at the juicy. About to eat some crabs. Oh, I'm about to get that double cluster corn potato. And I want the juicy flavor. And I want a strong drink. Hey y'all, thank you. Yes, I love crabs. I love crabs. Thank y'all. Uh-oh, if that's anything you want, I got you. Hi, sister. I don't know who Giovanni put me in here. Thank you. Hey. Yep, today is my special day. Happy birthday to all my fellow Librians. What's up?
So what do you think? Was her downfall truly fair? Did the industry fail her after the viral fallout? And in the end, will her legacy be one of controversy or resilience? And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. Until then, fam, keep it real.